before I get into the lab, DNS issues been happening for people with Windows 10. I get it. Yes, I saw that a lot too. The IPv6 was also the issue. For some reason, it was being issued. But I was working with another student on Tuesday for an hour and a half, and we figured it out. We had to essentially run that command on the Windows 10 machine, so it essentially kind of resets the DNS and it points it to the router. Restart the Windows 10 virtual machine. Then you can go in and change it after that in network properties to point to your server's IP, restart it again, and then it could see the domain and you could join, and that resolved it. I mean, it took an hour and a goddamn half, but they were also on their Mac. So I don't think that was that big of an issue. But again, if you're still having problems or trouble with this Windows 10 binding to domain, we can work on it right now. If somebody wants to be the guinea pig and give that a go, share your screen and we can get to it right now.
Yeah, I did all that too. I had to flush the DNS and then restart the DNS, restart the server, and it still didn't work. And it was just a case sensitivity thing for me, which is like the
Mm.
weirdest thing.
And it doesn't say anything too. That's even the worst part, is what I've noticed. It just says can't find it. Like
Yeah.
that's wonderful. But no, nobody wants to share their Windows 10 virtual machine screen, and we can try again. It's solved right now and get it turned in. Yes, the Unit 4 lab. No, Unit 3, I'm sorry. Unit 4 is what we're doing today. This is Unit 3. I know people have been struggling. That's why I'm saying this. Well, if you're willing to go, then share your screen. And we'll go from there. Or you can do it along with him as he's doing it. So let's see here. So we'll do lab after this. Don't worry, lab won't be that hard. So bring up command prompt, enter it as administrator, not in the server, but in your Windows 10 virtual machine. So let me know when you both are there.
And it's
And
probably
this, you're good. And this will be available after as well, just like everything else will be available by mañana. All right, so bring up command. I'm assuming your FTP server should be running because you installed AD already, so that should be good to go. For those of you that did already, congratulations. You can hang out for a while. So all we're going to do today is make groups. Remember the users I had you also make? We're going to play with them as well. So that's also why. So lab tonight, I don't think will be too hard. Next week, in terms for lab, it's not kind of weird. We're not going to really have a lab as traditional per se. It's going to be a giant piece of paperwork you're going to be doing. So I'll be here for that, essentially. What you bringing up?
trying to figure out where I left off.
Oh, okay. You're good. So you're just trying to make a join domain last time I checked.
Two users.
Mhm.
I know it was domain control that I stopped at.
So did you set up Active Directory already on the server?
Yes, that was through control panel.
Not on the Windows 10 machine on the server. You're on your Windows 10 machine above it. Server is below it. That's PowerShell, which we're not using yet.
Directory.
Yeah, it looks like 80's there. Yeah, you're fine. So go to your Windows 10 machine, the one above it, and run command prompt as administrator, please. All right. Now enter this. It'll be in the chat. Enter this to see what it does. I want to see if this fixes it for you as well, because it worked on he was a Mac user, it worked for him. So yeah,
Uh,
it's in the chat.
in IP config.
Config/register DNS. Okay. Oh, you didn't run your command prompt as administrator. Please relaunch it. Kind of wish I had dinner. Oh well, that's my fault, not yours. So
I don't
it's
know how
okay.
to access the
It's okay.
administrator.
We'll fix it right now. So close out that version of command prompt you have there in Windows 10. Just close it. You don't just close it completely. So go to the search bar at the bottom, just type CMD. All right. So right click on it. No, 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 no. You gotta right click, don't left click, because you gotta elevate it. That's okay. Right click on it and run as admin. Ta-da! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now try that command again, please. See how it changed the system 32? It's pointing to the guts of
Yeah.
Windows. Enter. So give it a minute while it processes the meeting live. Initiated all yours report. Okay, perfect. Now do an IP config /all so we can see where the DNS is pointing, or what's giving it DNS rather. Hugo, hope you're following along. Ooh, it was it was
You
forward
said backslash or forward slash?
forward slash. There you go. So who's giving me DNS here? Okay, IPv6 is what it looks like. And see how it says 75757575? And the bottom one says 75757676. That's from Comcast. So now it has a valid DNS. So now we're going to go into the network properties. So go to control panel in the Windows 10 machine.
You said go where?
Control panel, you can type it in. All right, make that bigger, please. All right, we're getting there. Network and share center. I'm leaning in to see it because it's kind of small. It's right past the mouse. Okie dokie, click on it. Now go to change adapter settings. Left-hand side. All right. Click on that guy, right click, properties. Okay, so first things first, before we do anything, scroll down a little bit, look for IPv6 and just uncheck that because that's also part of the issue. So uncheck that guy. Whoops. The one that says Internet Protocol version 6, uncheck it. Okay, now go back up. Don't close it, don't do anything. Go to IPv4, and you're gonna click on it, and then click properties. No, leave it checked. It has to be checked off. Properties. Right there next to there you go. There you go. All right. So that's the server. Okay, what's your server's IP? Do you know what it is?
The
One below it, down there. No, that's your Windows one. We don't need the Windows machine. We need the servers. So do an IP config on the server. What are we looking at here? 10.0.0.151.
so the default or the preferred?
The gateways from your router. So you want the IPv4 address of this machine, which is 10.0.0.151. Do you see it?
Yeah.
That's preferred. So that's what you're putting in for DNS on your Windows 10 machine. So go back to that. Go back to the properties window we were in. There you go. It's hiding. So that's fine. That's fine. The subnet mask is fine. Just clear the DNS entries, both of them. Gotta do box by box, octet by octet. So 10, not 100. You don't want 100. We're not there. I know it's tedious. I'm sorry, guys. 0. Delete 75. Okie dokie. And then the last one was 151.
And then you said put it for the alternate as well.
Alternate, just clear it. And it's 151. You're missing the 51 on the end of there. There you go. Now clear alternate. You don't want anything in the alternate box. Just empty it out. And restart the Windows 10 machine after that. Click OK to apply the settings. Close it. So restart the Windows 10 machine. No, not like that. No. Go to start on the left-hand corner. Power. Restart. There we go. Yeah, you don't want to force shut it down because it won't save anything. So give it a minute while it comes back up.
Okay.
So while you guys do that,
Stop sharing for now.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Let me get my VM up. Oopsie doodle. Oh, so focus on getting this solved for you guys so we can, go from there. Let me start with this one up. Let's start. Let me start you, Bob. I think I remember the accounts I made last week was Bob 1 and Bob 2, I think, off the top of my head. That's right here. Those are running. Cool. Cool beans. Yeah, you go if you like. That's fine. Are you stuck on something? Got something in my eye there. That wasn't fun. Okay, so what's your server's IP on the left? Oh, that's not the. You have a different DNS. Why? 921.12.1. That's your gateway. The hell? It's looking at the gateway? 6.8. No, it should be. Try your server's IP. Just 192.168.12.37. And see if that works. And just restart after it. God, I was putting my work password in there. It's one of those days. If not, we'll have to troubleshoot a little further after. Sorry, guys. It's been a rough 48 hours. We had what's what I'm looking for? We had a unplanned power shutdown on yesterday, and it's just been nuts all day with trying to bring services back up. So it's been crazy to say the least. So yeah, rip is one way to look at it. It's kind of annoying when you can't even eat breakfast or anything when you're working. Just, a million things going on. Here, oh, I'm not interested. So okie dokie. Let's see, where are we gonna go? Administrative tools. It's not that one. Server manager. Tools. Policy manager. Oh, I don't want to go to there to apply policies. Well, that was a fast login. That's nice. Change. Now, whatever your domain's called, which I can't even see the name of it to be frank. Virtual L25.lock. Okay, give it a go. There we go. I'm assuming you're shaking your mouse out of excitement. Try joining your domain. Glad I could get that figured out for you. I know it's a pain. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's always DNS. That's the saying in the world. It's always DNS. Huh. Uvensa, you have no idea, man. I remember one time we had a station that we couldn't bind the domain for some reason. They kept thinking it was already on domain when it wasn't. Literally, the network techs, like all eight of them, were staring at it, and I just walked by. I'm like, check DNS. They're like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, just name it something else. Give it a different name. You change the last digit or whatever. Like, oh, okay. And they went to domain 5 seconds later. Like, oh crap, we forgot. Sometimes you get into this way of thinking, unfortunately, that you think so far ahead in issues that you kind of forget the basics. I'm not trying to say, you know, it's not going to happen to anyone, but you see this stuff so often, your mind just goes, oh, it's got to be this. Oh, it's got to be that. So, that's unfortunately a fact of life. No, future units won't be as hard as Unit 3, I promise. I mean, I can make them hard. You want me to make them harder? No, I'm kidding. I don't want you guys to suffer. I'm not that evil, I think. So let me see. All right. So let's see. Yeah, DNS is a nightmare. Let me share my screen here. Go to screen dose. So that's the server, right? We're all been there. We're logged in. Are we all there? Are we not there? Let me change this view because it'll drive me bananas. Oh, Lord. You can't see everything. Okay. Let me know when you guys are all at this screen, then we're going to manage it and go from there. So if you remember, I had you guys also make users for this lab prior. We're going to use them for this. This is what we're doing it for. So what we're going to click on is manage. Or is it tools? Well, my brain's hurting today. It's tools. I'm sorry, guys. So we're going to go to tools, Active Directory users and computers. Bingo bambo. Look at that. We're at this beautiful, wonderful screen of everything, everyone in there, right? Bunch of different groups, people I made last time, admin 2, Bob 2. Wonderful, right? If I check it, just check my properties here. And what's this guy a member of? Where's member of? Yep, administrator. So we can administer any other computer, like the Windows 10 virtual machine we made, right? Well, let's make a group. So we're going to right click users, new group. And I'm just going to call it fall. Just the fall group. It'll be global, it's secure. It's not distribution because we're not doing email. So make a group. So fall. Okay. Now what do I want to do? I want to add users. Can I drag them in? No. The way I usually do it is right click on the user, properties. Remember I said number of? Here's where we add them. Oh. I'm gonna check the name. It sees how it's underlined. It didn't give me any errors. Click OK. Apply. Okay. Now I'm gonna add my other admin. Why not? And we'll set rules right now. So we're getting there. So member of, add. So he's part of a couple things, part of the domain, and he's part of the fall group. Apply. So he's there. Right here. Well, what are we going to do in the group? We double click it. Look at all the members, right? Do a bunch of different things. It doesn't even look a lot, but you can add information, all that stuff you want. Sorry. So I go to the members, and I'm getting ahead of myself. I go to Bob 2. Then I go to property, or double click it. My mistake. Now, where is what I want to look at? Sessions. No, that's remote sessions. Give me a minute, guys. There's something I'm trying to remember. I always forget where it is. Count. Sorry. Click on account. Look at all these things you can do. You could even unlock the account. It's locked. Yeah, this unit isn't too hard. I gave you guys kind of a breather. So here's what I want you guys to do. Go to login hours. Let me know when you're there. It's going to look blue and kind of weird. Well, I can log on deny, right? Click OK. So Bob 2 shouldn't work. After I go OK, click apply. Now, if I go to my Windows 10 machine here, go other user, we'll do Bob 2, right? That's the name of the account. Check this out. Wow, I can't type. That's nice. I think this is the password I use. Good God, I can't remember my password. Let me undo it. Yes, I know, laugh. It's perfectly fine. It's been a while. And I'm tired. So that's not helping. Count. Count. Oh, look, I unlocked it. Profile. Actually, did I use? I remember if I used a different password. I really can't remember right now. Yeah, I did. I used a different password. I don't remember what it is. Isn't that nice? For Unit 3, I don't recall off the top of my head. Oh, I remember my password is now. Duh. There we go. Shouldn't be letting me in, but it is. That's not good. So let me find out what's going on. Account. On hours. Login denied. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I didn't set what I wanted denied, did I? No, it should be not permitted. What's today's date? Thursday. Well, it's logon denied. Why did it do it? Let me restart it. Hold on, let me restart my Windows 10 machine. I'm trying to show you it's going to lock you out. It's not doing it, which makes me question my sanity. So that's not what I want to be in. So let me do power. I don't want to do updates. We're going to sit here all night. Still have you guys do. Then we also set up a DNS server. I'll create policies, all that fun stuff. For unit 3, let me check it. I'm already here anyway. Let's make groups. I can go back. Let me see if Bob too will not Bob itself. So I'm signing into. Oh, that's why I was doing local. Dose. Type. Cool. It's letting me log in when it's not supposed to. That's nice. I still didn't replicate. Anyways, fine. We'll do it the other way. Jeez Louise. I'm not using Kerberos. That's encryption. Smart card. Count as disabled. Apply. Now it should just throw a wrench in my plans. Log out. Why it's not doing it, I have no freaking clue. Normally, when you set the hours, it usually does it right, but it's one of those days, I guess. Let's try it again. Yeah, if it lets me in, I'm just going to throw in the towel this time. I'm kidding. I'll figure it out. There we go. That's what you were supposed to see. So I disabled Bob too. I can't log in, right? Nope. I can log into my administrator now. Dose. That worked fine. So you're lost at the part where we made groups. What part's losing you? Making the user, or I mean the group. What lost you there, Jonathan? Need me to go over it again?
Yeah, I'm just go over it again.
No worries. So you
I
right click.
was trying to follow along, but you're moving real fast.
Of course I have it, man. I'm sorry. So right click on users and new, and just go to group. Ta-da! Name it whatever you want. I'll do fall 2. Okay. Let me make a new user right now. So give me a second. New user, just do they have a last name? No. Next password will be so it's just for testing purposes, not for anything crazy. Just so you can see it. Next, Stefanito. I'm making part of. Oh, I can't drag. Where's the habit? Right click on the user at group. It's dose. Check names. Fall to guy. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm tired. Cut me some slack. There we go. It says it's added. So you gotta add the user.
So we're making a group and then we're making the user and dropping the user into the group.
Well, you were supposed to make the users prior in the other lab, but you have made them. You can make them now, and yes, you're adding them in there, and then you're going to manipulate them. So if I go back in here, this just fall 2 because I just made it right. If I'm moving too fast, just tell me. You double click the group you made, then you can click on it, general members, member of, and you can see all this stuff, right? But we're going to member of. We want to click on them, double click it, and it brings the whole control panel for them. So in there, in the account, you can mess around with it. So log on hours, log on to. If you had a computer in here, you can put the Windows 10 machine computer. I mean, I could try. Actually, no, here's Bob. Well, what's his name online? Actually, let me check the server. Let me see if we can even do it. Should be able to because you limit them more. That's one way to administer, but that's not the way to administer anymore. To be frank with you guys, it's done differently. So it's Bob PC. Let me take that. Let me see. Let me see if I can do that. So they're only limited to that. That's good to know. There were some policies I wanted to apply, and I can't recall what they are off the top of my head. All tasks. Oh, you can send the mail. That's fine. Let me see. Properties. Actually, give me a second here. Users. Templates. Desktop. Ooh. Uh-huh. What can we implement? What can we implement? Let me see. What do we got? Edge and recycle bin. Let's see if I can hide the recycle bin. Let me see. Uh-huh. Let's enable that. Enable. See if it works. Enable. Okay. So I wonder if I can apply it. That's for users. Let's take a peek. If it works, great. If not, I say lobby. So let me log out. So I'm gonna log in with the new guy I made. Some admin, I should have all the rights. So it's test 2. No, it's gonna build the profile the first time. Oh god, yeah, you're right. That's fall. Sorry, guys. Tell you. One of those days. There we go. No, great, awesome. I can't remember my account. That's wonderful. Yes, laugh at my misfortunes. It's okay. It is fall too. It's in it. It's test. Test, you moron. Okay. Sorry, guys. And if it applied that policy, cool. I'll have you guys do it. Well, that's administering kind of the simple way with Windows. This might take several minutes. I highly doubt it is. Yes, I know lab isn't too exciting. I'm sorry. But it's still there. Looks good to apply the group like I wanted to. Let me see why. Yeah, it should go applied. They gave me USB block. It's fun. A lot you can do. Well, that didn't work the way I wanted. See, let me see. Oh, should become a member of that. That's probably why you moron. Member of that. That's why I forgot. So you gotta have that. My bad, guys. Well, there's say let me. Don't worry about it. I just want you guys to apply something when it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's move on to the next part. I'm gonna go to manage. Let me know when you're all here. Get our awesome roles and features. I know one of you already did it ahead of time. We're gonna add DNS now. Go next. Role based. It's the only server we have. Next. Where is DNS? Oh, tickle me pink. It already did it for me too. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, guys. And then I really don't have much else then, do I? Awesome. It's one of those days. What else can we implement? We're not doing a fact server. We're not doing remote access. We did that. Volume activation. We're not doing that. Give me a second. Oh, but we need the forward and reverse though. So that's what we need to figure out. Give me a second. Super feature. Bloody hell is it? Not doing BitLocker. DNS installed. DNS we did, yes, but I'm trying to remember where the forwarding port. We didn't do forwarding and reversing. It's the forward and reverse. So I'm trying to find out where the hell it went. Tell you what, guys, take a break while I figure this out. Back in a few minutes myself. So sit tight. Yeah, we kind of elevated. Remember when we made the main controller installs DNS? Kind of forgot, but we need to do the zones. I remember where the zones are. So give me a second. You guys can take a break while I figure out. It should be. I think you're right, Vincent. Let me check. God, I haven't recall getting in there. DNS magic. It's been a while. Yeah, that works. Yeah, bloody hell. Who did that? This. It's nice. Gooey. Ah, there it is. You're right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. It's again one of those guys. So I'm gonna do Windows administrative tools. It's gonna be in here. Aha. There it is. The ZDNS. Uh-huh. That's where we wanted to go. Right click. I'm gonna right click and go to new zone. Let me know when you get here, and then we'll go from there. Actually, oh wait, I'll start in like the next, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, take a break. Back in a bit. Pause my recording as well. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I need to just got something to snack on, keep me going. So let me start over. Oh, actually, I'll wait till you're back in the next 2 minutes or so. The labs have been kind of unorthodox today. I'm sorry. Just unit 3 is pretty heavy. I get it. And builds up to this is air quotes easier part uh, of the unit that's coming, which is 4, right? Which we're working on. So here it's literally just making users, disabling them, messing around with them, passwords, you can change them. You can see all the administrative tools that are built into the server. That's the whole point. We're also going to finish configuring DNS. And again, that'll probably be the end of the labs for tonight. But I am going to open this up for some questions. Are any of y'all struggling? Y'all good so far? Is it not making sense? Is it just weird? Is your VM on fire? Like, what's going on? Because I don't get a lot of feedback sometimes. And I mean, I get it. It means it's working in my brain, but I still worry. So is everybody good? Not good? Hanging in there? Or I'm just talking to myself here? Or you can send me a Canvas PM or meet me tomorrow during office hours. It works. There's about, oh, I don't know how many of you here tonight. Life happens. Don't apologize. You're not the only one, George, and I'm not picking on you, but I've had other students that wait till the last minute, and I get it. But as long as you guys are trying and your communication with me about it, we're fine. I'm not trying to talk down on anyone, okay? So don't please take it that way. But if you wait till like the 7th week to turn all the labs in, I ain't gonna grade it because it's the 7th week and then you barely got around to doing it. That's fine. Just turn them in by Sunday. It's not that big of a deal. Just I know Unit 3's hard. It's hard for a reason. This is the air quotes peak of the mountain. You start at the bottom, you climb up, climb up. Remember, I told you when we started the class, we're dipping our toes in the water. Yeah, of course. I'm going to go over that right now. No, I'm just talking about class in general. When we started the class, right, we're tipping our toes in the water, then it's our foot, then to our ankle. Well, now it's like up to our waist in terms of water. And pardon me, what I was mentioning, Jonathan, is you know, I'm just wondering if everyone's doing okay in the class. Lab's hard. Are you guys okay? Because it's the 4th week. We're at the halfway point, right? 4 more weeks of this beautiful, charming face in front of you that's floating on your screen somewhere, and then you guys are done, and you get a grade. And I was mentioning that some people wait to do their work until the 7th week, and I will not grade it because you barely got around to it now, even after the midterm, which, yes, the midterm's almost done. It'll be up by Sunday. You'll have from Sunday to Sunday to do it. I'll post reminders about it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's no way anyone misses the midterm. And if anyone does miss the midterm for some ungodly reason, then messages me a day later saying, "Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, but you're all adults, right? You're in college. This isn't high school. Try to make it easy as I can." So that's just how I work. But anywho, let's get back into here. That's enough ranting for me for one day. For now, because I'm probably gonna rant more, knowing me. So I'm gonna click start in the server. You could type in Windows administrative tools. All right, we're good. That's where we're going. Let me know when you're there. I know it's a new environment. It's different because you guys haven't played with server. I get it. Hugo, just for that, I'm gonna wrap it up 1,000,000%. No, I'm not gonna do that. Go to administrative tools. Let me know when you get to there and just click on it. I go fast because I deal with the stuff all day. I apologize for that. I don't do it intentionally. That's just a part of me, sadly. So we click on here, right? And we go here. Let me know we're all at this screen. Make it bigger. Let me know we're all there. Oh, is it sharing the screen too? I forget. I'm exhausted. It's Friday tomorrow. Having Tuesday off was not fun. Because, you clean your house top to bottom on your air quotes day off, is it when you have planned? Can't imagine just great in peace. We're all here, right? We're good. We're administrative tools, ready to rock and roll. All right. I'm going to click on DNS. Double click on it. Takes me to this screen. I'll make it bigger. Now we know when you're there. Oh, it's just Bob one. This is Bob one. Might be my server. Duh. So we're here. So we're looking at all this stuff. What's this junk? Well, it's the guts of DNS. This is how you manage it. We're going to configure the forward and reverse and lookup zones. We're going to right click over here on Bob one. Let me know when you're there. That was Discord. Let me check. Yeah, that's also the thing. Guys, use the Discord. Like, ask yourselves questions. It wasn't us, so we're fine. It's for you guys to mingle, not for me to mingle in that sense. So when we're there, we're here. Click New Zone. It'll take us to the New Zone wizard. Yes, I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. Judge me later, I had some Pringles. Look, I'm antisocial too, but on the internet, no one knows who you are half the time. Try not being antisocial there, if that makes sense. I mean, you all have your groups of, I would assume, friends or cousins or family, one that you all play games with or hang out with, right? You're not antisocial there. Just thought, food for thought. I'm more antisocial than you can imagine. Anywho, we're here, right? We're all at this wonderful welcome to New Zone wizard, and it's not like the wizard. It's going to install it for us. We're going to do next. Here's what we're going to do. Pardon me. Sir, it'll do primary zone. That's fine. So store it in AD. That's what we want it for. Next. Aha. Right here. That's what we want because we're not going to change anything else. We don't have any other DNS server but this one, right? So we hit next. Here's what we want. Forward. Haha. We're going to go forward. Tell it to configure. Zone name. Let's go forward. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Could have named it Squidward. I don't care. Only now, yes, that's fine. You don't want to worry about it. It's checked off for a reason. Just hit next. What is your wizard not doing besides wizarding? Let me see. Let me stop my share so you can see what's going on. Share your screen, please. Oh, I need to turn off my pump. It's going off like crazy. Primary zone, huh? Hit next. That's
I missed the
that's normal.
next
You're
step.
good. Mhm.
So if
Next.
that's not
Forward. Whatever you want to call it. Jesus Christ, why is that thing going off like local? That's wrong. Quit my Discord. Sorry. Sure, full class. I don't think space is needed. Next. Cool. Sure. Next. You're just hitting next. Finish. Ta-da. That was essentially it. Where am I? Let me go to share again. So I told you if I'm going too fast, let me know. So next. Next. Se finito. Then we do another one. We do the reverse zone. I know. It's fun, right? Next again, we've seen the wizard. Your primary is fine. Doesn't matter at this point. Let me know when you're here. I'll hit next. Also, let me open up chat because sharing and unsharing closes my chat window. Zoom can be archaic some days, guys. Sorry, just checking something on my phone. All right. Are we all here? Are we all there? We're not there. We're waiting. Correct. We're doing reverse. Next to Rooney, same deal, right? That hasn't changed. It's the only server we have. Next again, the reverse. So remember, how does DNS work? Who can tell me? No, I'm not giving you extra credit for it. How does DNS work? It literally says it right here what it does. Takes IPs and names and backwards names of IPs, right? Even though forwarding is technically the first part where it takes the name to an IP, and then reverse is taking the IP and converting it to a name. So that's all DNS does. And that's where we're finishing up here. So we'll do IPv4 though. It's a difference for this. Next. Network ID. You're like, well, what the hell does that mean? It's the IP. So we go to command. IP, oops, Jesus, fat fingers. IP config. Just type it in once. So I do not want to run that. I want to run IPv4. Mine's will be 192.168.4. 192.168.4. That is a network ID. It's just the first 4 octets. You don't need the end because that's essentially what's assigned to the server, to your Windows machine, to whatever your router is. I know your gateway's .1, right? Remember? Gateway's always in .1. They're reserved for gateways. So we hit next. Cloud was fine, pardon me. Sefinito. I apologize if you hear barking in the background, which you probably don't, but I can hear it. So that's forward and reverse lookup zones. I know labs are short. They're short for a reason after Unit 3. That's literally all I had for labs tonight. Does anyone have questions about anything else while I'm here? I'm not closing it out completely, but the floor is yours essentially, guys. Yeah, we're not going to get into IPv6. I barely know IPv6 to be honest, and IPv6 is a headache. It's like learning a set of new. It's like wearing a set of new running shoes and you can't break them in. So I feel IPv6 is terrifying. It's supposed to replace IPv4 because we ran out of addresses. Air quotes. IPv4 is just ancient now. Air quotes in the ancient part, but it's still used every day, right? Even your phone gets an IP, your Blu-ray player, if you have one, your Roku, your Fire Stick, whatever you use, your TV, your PS4, Xbox, all IPv4, but also IPv6. It communicates in both. When that'll happen, I don't know. God knows, maybe 20 years, 15 years, who knows? But we're going to get there eventually. We don't have much of a choice. Unless AI can figure out a way to make this more manageable for IPv4, but it all depends on the address spaces and how far it can run. So, yeah, that's true. Very good point, Jace. But it'll trickle down. If anything, honestly, the military will probably use it first and make it part of their routine completely. Then it'll become part of our routine eventually. So, example, when GPS first came out, you guys even know the story of GPS? Yeah, it was military developed. So the whole point was for navigation originally. And essentially it was used how to get from point A to point B effectively and accurately. Then they applied it to everything else. Smart weapons, dumb bombs, whatever you can imagine. They made it work with GPS. Then that trickled down. The real crux of it was in the 91 Gulf War. That's where they started using precision guided weaponry more than ever than before Vietnam, when they used gyroscopes for stabilization, just everything else under the sun for launch missions over the horizon. They were essentially applying GPS to everything and anything. And after that, it trickled down into the civilian market. So GPS started coming out in civilian cars roughly, and I don't mean US cars, okay? I mean like in Japan, like 95 you'll get some luxury vehicles, but over here in the US, it became more mainstream around the very early 2000s. Cars started having GPS built in, and now GPS is in your pocket. So again, military gets it first, then we get it second. That's how it goes. Same thing for the internet. You guys know the story of the internet, and the DARPANET, ARPANET, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, didn't the internet just kind of start off as two universities wanting to can talk to each other, and they ran like a huge cable, and it just kind of went from there. And then they used telephone lines, right? Because that
Kind
was
of.
already the infrastructure that was already built in.
That's the second part. The original idea was to have during the Cold War, so like 70s, 80s, to have military bases still talk to each other if phone lines went down, anything else went down. That was the whole idea. So they developed the DARPANet, which used transfer data between bases, and they discovered it worked, and they passed it to the universities to research it more. Then eventually it evolved into the internet that you have today. Back in the days of 56K and before that, 28.8K modems, which were, dear God, slower than molasses, but it was cutting edge. Then 56K became the standard for like God knows how long. Then cable came along, and well, the rest became history with DSL, broadband, and now we have what, satellite internet, which I find is weird, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. Interesting stuff. Yeah, this is all I got for labs tonight. If you guys are you're good to go, then you're good to go. I ain't gonna stop you. You stop my share. Nobody else has any questions about anything related to labs, units, anything in
I
between.
do. I do
Okay.
real quick.
Well,
I got sidetracked when you were going over the one lab for the user account administration and group policy creation. Are we just getting a screenshot of some kind of general group policy? Just anything
yeah,
that we can create in there?
pretty much. Just make
Okay.
something and just apply it essentially. So essentially a screenshot of group creation, group name, right? Create user group or group screenshot we use in them, remove a member from the group and take a screenshot. I mean, I wouldn't worry about that. It's pretty easy to remove a user. You just right click remove. It's simple stuff. This isn't like rocket science or brain surgery. I hope not.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Midterm. I can talk about that. That's fine. So it's gonna be units 1 through 4, right? And it's just questions. It's gonna be multiple choice, true or false. It's not gonna be anything too crazy you haven't seen. If you've been in lecture, you'll be fine. It's based on all the slides. I can't make it based on anything else, can I? I mean, I can, but that would just be weird. And we're talking about server and users and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I will ask you why do we network? I will ask you random dates of things, or why would you do it this way versus that way? Just give me your honest opinion. Just don't give me a book of stuff, all right? Don't give me talk about routing tables or whatever, because I did not talk about routing tables in here. That's more of a networking class area. So don't mention it. Does that make some sense, Hugo? I am done building it. I have to make sure it pulls the questions randomly. So everyone's test will be different. But it's open note. So I wouldn't be too worried about it, guys. I don't make you guys suffer. Because in the real world, let's face it, if you're working on a problem, be it anything at home, be it a faucet or whatnot, you can look it up from your phone, right? Why the hell would I take that away from you? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I get it. I don't expect you to regurgitate everything I tell you. That's not it. It's also how do you apply these things to situations and things like that. I won't give you scenarios. I'm not gonna be that evil either. Like, the train departs Chattanooga at 8 p.m. and you buy 15 watermelons. What time will you be able to do your taxes at the parallelogram station? No, no, I wouldn't do something like that. The only reason they give you those in math is so you can think differently. That's all, but that's about it. So you're going like, what the hell was that kind of word problem? Yeah, exactly. It's 8 week, guys. If this was 16 weeks, it'd be totally different. The labs would be a hell of a lot longer and a lot more harder than what they are now. Imagine having to implement everything we did in the first 4 weeks in the first week. That'd be pretty strenuous, right? And then in there, I would probably have to add a research paper. That probably have to be about 8 pages long, and I'll give you a project where you put everything together. Now, imagine doing all that. Then by the, oh, I don't know, 15th week, that server that you've been working on to do all this work dies, the virtual server. And now you have to redo about 14 weeks worth of work to turn in a project at the end. No, dear God, no. I'm only talking about that because I went through that. But that's the story for another time, I guess. Yeah, you guys will do a little bit of research for Unit 5, but how can I put this? So next week's labs aren't going to be labs. Really, we'll be here, but you're just going to be going through scenarios in the sense of setting up a server and for different companies or different places. Does that make some sense? Like I'll give you a budget. You're going to do the research on what you're going to buy, what you're going to put in, and explain what you did. Do you go over budget? Do you stay under budget? Things like that. It's just so you get an idea of it. I think it's hardware that we're doing. I might switch around next week, to be honest with you. Let me see. Let me get to my thing here. Because what do we have left to do? I copied one of the wrong units in, so that's my fault. I got to fix that. Because I want to talk about the help desk more on the job, if that makes sense. Next week is hardware troubleshooting. Then I have hardware troubleshooting twice. Uh, Here's the thing. We can either do hardware and troubleshooting, help desk, or we can do the more drier stuff, which is disaster recovery, but it's actually kind of fun, if that makes any sense. Because disaster recovery, you see all these other things I talk about. You can find out what kind of plans there is, cold site, hot site, remote site. Well, it's technically hot, cold. What's the other ones I talk about? Air gapping, things like that. No, bootable USB for Windows 11 is we can use to install Windows on different machines. So you can use it to just image, essentially. So yeah, what would you guys like to do next week? Leave it up to you guys. You tell me. You want to talk about disaster recovery, which I find a lot of fun. Because honestly, I can do hardware, it's fine. But if you built a computer, you can build a server. In essence, it's not that hard. But I have to cover what a CPU is, what RAM is. I personally would rather leave that for the week of Thanksgiving when we're not going to meet because I'm going to be traveling. So you guys can just watch that if you want or not. That's up to you guys. Because I mean, the final will be unit 5, 6, and 7. I won't do an eighth week, to be frank with you guys. It's the eighth week. You have a final to take. Why would I torture you with anything else? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking for next week, probably. I just have to copy the unit over. I have it in a different module because I'm a moron and didn't copy the right one. So I need to find it. So if you see dates that are from last year, guys, it's just from that. It's just modules got copied and I just didn't update something. So don't freak out. You guys want to see what a day in the life of help desk is? I can do that. I want to see if I can bring a guest speaker in. I'm trying to think if I can talk. All right. Then we'll do help desk next week. You'll get to feel a day in the life of a. That's fine, Vincent. Sure, if you want to chime in, that's perfectly fine. We can compare notes and laugh about the situations about people, unfortunately. It can be frustrating. There's days that just make your brain just. Ugh. There's just days where, that's where I can put it, is you come in the office, sit for 5 minutes, then you're running around like crazy, like a chicken with a head cut off, pardon the phrasing, but you run around, you barely even get to eat lunch if you're lucky. And then there's other days you sit there and twiddle your thumbs and be like, where is everybody? Yeah, space is a constraint, guys. That's why I don't try to make this too heavy in terms of hardware and stuff. So that's why I like using these older versions because they don't require a lot of juice in terms of processor power, RAM. Hard drive space has to be minimal, but I get it. Most machines now ship with like a 256 drive because everything's in the cloud. Yeah, no, that's not great because remember the AWS outage? I'm going to keep referencing that till I die, probably. Um, the half the world essentially stopped working for a day, and everyone just looked at me and worked like, "Hey, can you fix it?" I'm like, no, I don't work for Amazon. Like, kick rocks, Gotta wait like I do. I'm gonna cross my hands and just sit here and just be like this all day and just stare at a screen until it comes back. Not much you can do at that point because it's out of your hands. But all right, if you all feel like you got it for tonight, you're free to go. I got nothing else to add. I will upload this by mañana. That's about it for tonight. I will be here for a little while longer, and that's about it. Yeah, I know it's still recording. That's fine. They can hear me rant if they watch the video. I'm not going to kill them.